doing? I'm Becky.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we are talking about Mammoth by Jill, how do we say this?
Baguchinsky?
Baguchinsky, we're going to say. So we got this at Book Expo of America, but I also downloaded the e-arc off of Edelweiss.
We disagree about how we got it at BEA.
I know, but...
I think it involved a man and a tablecloth, but Becky thinks it involves a bag. So we're both going to go look to see if we have a bag.
That's true.
Because I'm kind of hoping that there's a tote bag.
Because it would be super cute.
I know, right?
Because we really liked this book.
I know, surprisingly enough.
And it's released through a small little publisher.
It definitely was the man with the table, I think.
Anyway,
I don't know.
this book is about Natalie Page, and Natalie Page is living her dream. The 17-year-old plus-size fashion blogger has just landed at one of the most competitive paleontology internships in the country. Natalie is super excited to be working with experts in the field and to possibly meet her hero. But Natalie's perfect summer is derailed by someone stealing credit for her discovery and a possible romance go awry. So I liked this book for a bunch of different reasons. First of all, this is the most detailed scientific paleontology dig book I've ever seen, and I was such a paleontology kid. I loved it.
I know, they kept talking about your Jurassic moment, or
your
Jurassic Park moment. I'm like, I have one of those too!
I remember going opening night to see Jurassic Park when it opened.
That was my very first scary movie.
I loved that movie. But they also, they talk about, how they do the digs and how they find where they're going to dig and how, they move the fossils and how they do the grids. And I thought that was really cool.
Well, I like the fact that the main character is a girl, and she's smart. She knows all of this stuff. But not only that, so she's got kind of the science part locked down, but she's a fashionista. She makes her own clothes and has a fashion blog, which also talks about paleontology. I mean, that's awesome.
It was.
And you don't see that very often.
You don't. And she's plus size. And you never see that.
There's that true.
And she's a plus size girl who actually has a love interest who's interested in her.
Right. That was kind of, though, you're kind of hitting on where my issues came from, though. I had a very hard time at the beginning distinguishing, because there were kind of two potential romantic interests, and I had difficulty kind of determining who was who. I got them both confused.
I didn't have that problem.
I couldn't keep them straight at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, I really had no idea who she was talking about.
Oh.
It took me a while to kind of, figure it all out.
See, I didn't have a problem with that.
I did. But that was the only, real thing. I mean, other than that, though, and that was not even a major part, it was an important part, not an important part of the book, but a big part of the book, but it wasn't so overwhelmingly the only part of the book.
Right. But I like the fact that, going back to the fashion thing, I like the fact that she was altering her own clothes, and they gave her a t-shirt that didn't fit, so she cut it apart and all this stuff.
Yeah.
She was a very proactive female teen character, and who's smart.
Yeah.
I guess that's the big thing, was I don't think I've seen this story or this character before.
Yeah. She was strong, and she had family that supported her.
She did.
Was awesome.
She did, and she had friends.
It was such a positive.
And even her anxieties and her insecurities felt realistic and were very well done.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I really hope that this book, I've actually recommended this book already to a couple people, so I hope that
I will recommend it.
Yeah. And I don't think a lot of libraries are going to buy it because it's a tiny little publisher. But I hope that it gets some acknowledgments. This, to me, this would be this should be a movie.
Yeah, that would be cool.
This would be a great movie, a great movie, or even a TV show or something. So we should just rate it. Our rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns. We go down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it's ours.
I'm at 4 unicorns. I really enjoyed this book. And actually, if there were more books similar to this by the same author, I'd totally read them.
Yeah, I think this might be her first book. And if this is her first book, it's very well done.
Yeah.
I'm totally at a 4. I enjoyed it. I loved the science. I liked the characters. I liked the romance. There were a couple moments at the where it kind of felt like it became a little bit too high school drama-y, with the rainstorm and stuff. But I was like, you know what? By this point, I'm so into it. I don't care.
Right.
So that's where we are.
Well, and it was a good kind of jumping off point where, just because everybody says they do certain things doesn't mean that they actually do.
Right. There's a lot of conversations you can have about, adults and stuff like that. But that is where we are on Mammoth.
All right.
I'll see you around.
See you around.
Bye.